Hey, welcome back to the channel. And for this second semifinals matchup, we've got a phenomenal, amazing one for you. TJarvis versus Lagacy. As you know, I always say they're going to jump into, I want to get straight into the action. They've started. We haven't missed any fights yet, so do not worry. Semifinals, the winner of this will go up against FinTech in the finals. As always, the best way you can support me, the tournament, is go and support these competitors. I'm sure you're already subscribed to Lagacy. If you're not, what are you doing? Go do it. And then go subscribe to TJarvis. Let them know how much you appreciate all the great show that they're putting on, the talent, the knowledge, and then the teaching that they're doing in their videos as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We'll do some of the intro stuff and stuff, but I want to get straight into the analysis. I'm going to welcome my co-host for today, Daddy Longlegs and Campo MC. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll probably have
Thanks
to go
for having
for
us.
too long, but I'll be here as long as I can.
Awesome. And then I will also kind of adjust, as for those of you, I'm sure most of you have seen these matchups before, there's a little bit of some aspect ratio. We always got to make sure we get figured out, but it's helpful to let that fight actually start, and we'll adjust it. We'll get it adjusted as best we can so we can see as much of the action as possible. Thank you so much to so many people in the chat. I'm seeing Hussein, FinTech, MP Blaze, Zach Richards, Tristan, Ricardo, Rodriguez. What is going on? I'll continue to say hello to people. I want to let people focus. Okay, actually, I need to pause Tom's stream here, right? Are you two seeing that the same way I am?
It looks like Tom is ahead.
Wait.
Or is it the other way?
Or
no, it looks like Lagacy is ahead.
Yeah, Lags is ahead here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to line these up as best as possible. MP Blaze, thank you to him, is helping me out because Tom is screen sharing via Discord, which typically puts it way ahead. In this case, it's the other way around. Nope, that's not quite right. And now, I think we're good now. I think we're all nicely lined up. What's up, Yusafa? How you doing, buddy? Bob, he's just pulled Gallon. What is going on? Huge congratulations on that. Taz Girl, how you doing? All right, here we go. So this is our first one. I'm going to let DLL and Campo handle the analysis while I mess with the aspect ratios, get our viewing as good as possible.
That's good. I need to make this larger.
So we've got Gallon versus Nick right out of the gate. Gallon is obviously a menace for Battlegrounds, but it's interesting to see without the explosive personality meta that we have, how fast can this guy actually take down Nick Fury, who's got 2 lives, versus we have a
Overseer versus I-Bomb is one of the best fights in the game.
Oh yeah, he's just going to be punishing those poisons coming his way the entire time. So well, I guess we'll just have to see if any harvest magic happens, but Overseer's taking care of business for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good Gallon fight, but it is still first life, and once Overseer's going, it doesn't really stop in a fight like this.
Holy cow.
Yeah, some big red numbers there.
And honestly, I feel comfortable saying it now that the fight is over, but if Gallon against an opponent where he has no real advantages beat Overseer against I-Bomb, that right there would be an argument that he was actually as busted as people seem to think he is.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, I'm totally with you there.
Honestly, DLL, when for those who don't know, DLL is Kabam DLL, champion designer extraordinaire. I'm very excited about his first champion coming out, hopefully soon. But when you guys have those discussions, don't even worry about it. Just get me on the phone. I'll talk to you guys. I'll let you guys know why Gallon should not be touched at all. I'm happy to do it. Save you all a lot of time.
Perfectly balanced.
Yeah. Perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. All right, so TJarvis takes game 1. And we're rolling. I think this is let's cheer for that best of stuff. Let's get this. Where's cream cheese? I need cream cheese here to help us make sure we get to get to the full 7. What's up, LC
and
Music?
It's important to remember we've got the meta for the victory track here. So if anybody is in the gladiator circuit, these are the simpler nodes with Dizzy, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it is. Thank you for reminding me. I had meant to say it earlier. what the nodes are to, kind of remind everybody. And it's like, I actually don't even recall what the nodes were. I just remember they didn't matter too much.
That's Warlock as an attacker against Doom. Okay, so I think TJ probably has this first one.
Yeah, and he's going to know how to fight Penny up there. He's getting those intercepts going really well. Just simple backdraft light, using the infuriate. I assume at some point he'll probably start trying to knock down the shield and see what he's doing. Oh, he went for the intercept. I thought he was going to hold block. This is a little bit of that aggressive battleground strategy we've often talked about. Nerd's done some great videos on that recently. This looks like TJ and Herc know what they're doing up there.
Yeah, push to special 2 to make sure that you keep the auto block chance low, and then you just kind of bet on it.
Although,
so there it is.
Yeah, there it was.
The shield's down.
That went pretty much perfectly. Lag's strategy appeared to kind of start to work there. I don't know if he wanted to get to the SB3, but I think without a perfect fight from TJ, this could have ended up a little bit closer.
Yeah, that's not a bad time for Warlock versus Doom. I mean, that's obviously what you have to do, right? Because you can't rely on the armor breaks.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Good point about that.
But no willpower to mitigate the healing and cutting down on Warlock's usual tankiness. It's never going to be that high a scoring fight, even if it goes perfectly.
All right. Well, she just has an opportunity to say hello to people. What's up, Ghost Dog? How you doing, bud? Nahorn, how you doing, buddy? Infamous. 2 amazing players. Absolutely. Absolutely. The whole round of 16. I mean, I meant what I said when we were doing the draft for this, the draft show, that there was no one in there that would have shocked me if they won. I think a count and things like that would have kind of come to play. It'd have to win that many times to win a whole tournament. Once we got to the round of 16, I was like, literally anyone could win this. Like, yes. And I think as we've continued to progress, the margin for error has just gotten smaller and smaller and smaller because the talent, the skill, and I think the knowledge is just, DL, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just so obvious. It's just from watching it, you can see how much it's grown.
Relative?
There you go. Thank you. I knew DLO would have a good word.
And yeah, people in chat are pointing out TJ dropped willpower as a specific bait to Warlock.
Every time I'm like, there's like, we learn something new, then these guys do another new thing. That is so, that's pretty cool. I mean, Lags has a rank 4 Warlock, right?
Right, and he uses him for a lot of very dangerous stuff because Warlock is generally still extremely good in Battlegrounds, arguably better than he is in War, because you can kind of count on people running Warlock.
Yep.
But if TJ is willing to accept the small incidental health losses or lack of health gain, then taking that attacker not off the board, but slowing them down enough that they're almost off the board is amazing.
Another point, and Bitter Still, what's up, buddy? Another point to this, though, is each competitor is allowed 2 deck mastery changes. They're supposed to keep them under 3 minutes. It's the semifinals. If it's taken a little bit more than 3, that's fine. But they're each allowed that. And so that could also be part of the strategy. I'm really glad that the chat brought it up, DLO bringing it up. I want to see if that continues to be a thing. Like if TJ waits to see if Lagacy adjusts, and then if there's another adjustment, we haven't seen too much of that in this tournament yet. So it's kind of exciting to see it kind of starting to play out. Rules are rules. That's true. This isn't the Grandmaster tournament yet. The Grandmaster tournament's the next one. Where me and I'm thinking a weekly guest. We're gonna have some fun with the competitors.
That sounds awesome.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Yeah. So Lagacy's got a pretty interesting draft going on here because Kitty is obviously one of his top champs. He's got Gallon again, and he's got Stark Enhanced, who also historically has been a very good champ for Lagacy in his career. So I'm interested to see how this all pans out. He puts Mephisto first.
I think we saw Nerd try this Omega Red versus Mephisto. Tom's not running recoil tree, so we'll see how this goes.
Unless if he did a really next level thing that you were saying, but I don't think so. But
no, it looks like he didn't. But yeah, I didn't even look to see if he picked up a different deck, which would already have a different mastery setup, or could if he had set it up that way.
Okay, so that went as well as it could up on TJ's side, locking in 10 spores with the short parries.
Yep.
But now he's got to deal with the aura.
Lax gets a nice intercept there. See, that's the sort of like kind of slightly more aggressive play style. That worked out really well for him. He handled that well.
And obviously the auto evades don't work against the true accuracy, but that's not really a factor here. He's dexing plenty to get those poise charges up.
Yeah. I'm thinking Lags really wanted that SP2 to do a lot more damage than it did, but he still pulled it off. Well played.
Yeah. Shock immune, obviously, but you want to see some big yellow numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good point about the shock immunity coming into play there.
And a small mistake by TJ at the end there. That he seemed to have pretty rotten Mephisto RNG.
Even without this being a perfectly, a perfect matchup here, you see him doing that dash in and then dash out technique on the special one. It's those little things that you see in players at this level, knowing how to punish all the specials and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Kingslayer in the chat. What is up, dude? PWF. I'm pretty sure I said hi to Ghost Stock, but I like to double down on that one. Nick136, how you doing, my friend? Jason Jabbar Gaming. OG Highline with a massive donation. Thank you so much, my friend. Congratulations to your Astros. Spinnaker3, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here, buddy. All right, so Lagacy on the board, to the surprise of no one.
So I'm assuming this time we'll see Kitty Pryde versus Nick.
Oh, interesting.
It can work.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, that would have been an interesting battle of the CGRs because it's both not ideal. I'm actually interested to see how he does this fight. I typically go for a special 1 first because you have to deal with the second life, and a special 2 without the prowess bonus won't necessarily get you there. But since he's a real kitty master, I'm interested to see.
TJ's off to a great start, going for the aptitude and then having the special 2 not be auto blocked. Yep,
wow,
that's about as good as that goes.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, I found myself just silently trying to watch both these fights because I wanted to see how they would both do it.
Okay, second life.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, Lags is probably thinking he's doing fine, and because he is doing fine. I think he's aware that CGR could potentially do that, but chances are he wasn't going to. Or better said, I think he was hoping for Penny to do some of her shenanigans with the auto block. I mean, that's a respectable score in time against Nick Fury. That's pretty darn good.
Absolutely. Over 50 is always amazing against a rank 4 Nick.
Do it.
But yeah, obviously TJ played that picture perfect, but also CGR being a champ that needs to finish his combos, that has a lot of hits in the special. Like, it's pretty easy to have an auto block kind of ruin your flow, and everything worked so well there.
This is weird. The 2 screens are showing different champions. Did you see that? Lags had clearly switched, and on TJ's side, it didn't happen till like the last second.
Yeah, that was
Interesting.
kind of weird.
Yeah. What's up, nerd? How you
I just
doing,
played
buddy?
a single round this morning and had somebody throw a late Doom to Korg switch. I wonder if it is still catching people occasionally.
I have no idea who this matchup favors.
If Sunspot can kill him before any harvest nonsense happens, that's really the only way.
Yeah, but at the
Nope.
because Lag's getting to special 2 before force field charges go up, kind of seals it, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's it.
Well done.
Because the way Guardian works, in my experience, if he gets to even a single force field charge, he probably turns off those armor breaks until you get the 5th judgment. But
But you do have the wouldn't the Fate Seal come into play if you throw a special 2?
yeah, assuming you've gotten all of the ones you need before then.
Because then, as long as there's no armor, he won't auto block.
Right. And TJ came really close to getting a really good Gallon time, but just had to be a little too aggressive.
Yeah, going up against CGR, you have to take risks like that.
Does Gallon have crit resist? I think he does have a small amount, yeah.
Oh, does he really? I didn't know that.
There are a lot more champions with somewhere in between 0 and 10% crit resistance than you would think at first.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through the table a while ago.
As far as you know, though, everything on Aunt May is correct, right? Like, there's not any
I'm checking
hidden...
right now.
Whoops, I accidentally...
Aunt May shows 0 crit resist for him. Give me a second.
Getting some real insider info here on the stream.
Exactly. We may have uncovered he was supposed to.
I believe Aunt May is correct, but pulling from their kits is not necessarily exactly the same as pulling from what I'm about to look at. I think it's correct, though.
Yusafa, now he does.
Now he does.
Dude, this is DLL. I mean, he's run a fantastic channel. He and I have been friends for years. Yeah, but he's also now a champion designer for Kabam. Very excited to see his champions start coming out. And then Campo MC, another fantastic channel and friend of mine for years. Doesn't design champions. Maybe you should.
I'd love the opportunity to, but I might have a little bit of personal time management issues
Yeah,
if I took on another job.
I hear that. And I think I agree with PWF. Gallon needs a buff. It's clear. Everyone's right. The rebalancing needs to happen. He just needs to get better.
Yeah, there were some that I found in the table that I just forgot about, but I'm pretty sure are on Aunt May, like Guillotine 29 and Dragon Man both have 10%.
Really?
Red Hulk has 8%. I believe that's also on there. Yeah, it's really interesting.
That's random too, because his rework was so long ago that if they would put that in there in whenever that was, like 2018 or something, that seems...
Yeah, it's just like a sprinkling, right?
I'm surprised to see that man thing. Was that a rank? It had to have been a rank 3, right? Just not awakened. That's why the PI was so low.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, confirmed on Gallon. Just making sure.
That's looking like a rank 4 long shot. Rocket Raccoon. I was wondering if we were going to start to see. He's pretty impressive.
Wow,
He's
that's
quick.
bold. Throwing it in the deck after like one day
Yeah.
live. That's pretty cool.
Anzo, this is the no. It's Dizzy, and I don't even remember what the other one's called.
Brutalize, and
Thank
that's
you.
it, I think.
Yeah.
So if there's an evade champion, you might get a disorient on you if you don't play into it. But most people treat this meta as just sort of no node and just put good Battlegrounds champs in.
Right, and you can't use like Odin or Killmonger on offense. Na makes an excellent point though. Rocket is hurt every bit as much as Warlock by lack of willpower.
Thank you for the
Really
donation,
good call.
Zski33. I really appreciate the support for the channel and the tournament overall.
Hype versus Man Thing can work, but that is rolling some dice.
With the 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion that we know is being run.
I'm assuming,
Yeah. I've had my own experiences of thinking I could Hulkling or Gallon my way through Man Thing, and it's often gone very poorly for me.
Yeah.
It's just the reality.
Yeah, the Gallon one is funny. It's like, it's fine. I'm Nullify immune. It is not fine. It is not fine.
Yeah, it was definitely exactly that. I'm like, la-ti-da, I'll be okay. Oh, God, I'm not okay.
The only champ that has a lot of buffs that works pretty well is Omega Sentinel, or at least that I can think of, because she also doesn't usually lose those armors and is obviously nullifying
She just
as well.
removes them.
Yeah. And you're seeing exactly what we're talking about right there. Like you think
there is
everything's
a special 3.
Yeah, you think everything's good, and then all of a sudden Man Thing's at full red.
Let's see if we can get some crazy stun chain action now. With Limber, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, the thing though is that like for Lagacy to come out of this, he needed to go to his special 3. Because you need an attack boost that isn't buff dependent. Because every time you get the Furies, they just go away immediately.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's tough.
I'm thinking I'm going to agree with you, Saf. I have a feeling that Lags was kind of like, throwing it in a sense.
Yeah.
An efficient.
I mean, long shot and Tigra on offense, potentially. There's no way Hype is a good defender in this round.
Right. And as far as defenders, you're basically looking at like Omega Red.
Yeah.
And that's not a perfect fight.
I'm really excited to see this Domino. I love using my Domino on offense in Battlegrounds. It is so much fun. She's definitely going to be one of my more recent or coming up soon rank 4s.
And I know this is a rank 4 for
Yeah.
Lagacy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that PI.
I love seeing people using their Sig Stones on Domino. I'm one of them myself. It's just a good sign that we're getting enough Sig Stones that you can have that luxury.
Yeah.
Because she really does benefit from it in this mode.
Yeah, TJ has also been specifically practicing with Tigra leading up to this matchup, so I'm very curious to see how this goes.
I was going to ask, is there even a shot or a thought that might be a win up there? Or is it just... Because I have no idea how it's going to go.
When Penny was bugged and she couldn't auto-block heavies, it was legitimately a great matchup. Now you're rolling the dice a little bit, but as you're seeing, the damage is still there.
Yeah, I was just to say, as you're saying this, my whole "is there even a shot" seems ridiculous as a question.
I mean, he's gotten lucky, so like your question wasn't insane, but yeah, when it works, that's what happens.
Holy cow! 53,000.
But not baiting special ones obviously is the only way to survive that, because
for sure, she gets off even a single special one into block, the fight's pretty much over.
Fintex, let me know. Everyone gets to play Tiger but him. Well, it's change your logo.
Yeah, as Bittersteel says, Tiger versus Penny can be beautiful or awful, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Finn saying he's gotten it down to 25 seconds. That's insane. That's amazing. But it's kind of to the point of like the RNG. I think this is Battlegrounds, like, I mean, it's the game in general, but also like you're taking these calculated risks, and that's how you end up with 53,000 points against Penny. Like it's just been cool to watch time and time again.
And that was a really respectable fight against a rank 4 Korg. In terms of damage taken, Domino did not take a ton of Thorns damage there. But it just was too slow because Korg takes a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, Ghost Dog. That last comment from Finn. That's why you never get to play your Tiger. The band's changing up. Yeah, we see Tiger banned immediately by Lags. Like no more, no
and
more
long
of that.
shot.
Yeah,
So 3 mystics here.
no more Tiger for you.
That'll definitely mean if Gallon or Hulkling is on defense, we're going to have to see one of those less conventional counters,
Oh, good point.
of which there are still many, but it's always fun to see that. It's been interesting to see Sunspot kind of make his big comeback with Battlegrounds.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I like Bittersteel's comment here. No greater compliment than doing a match well and having your opponent change their bands to reflect it.
Yeah, to just say like that will not happen anymore. I'm not going to let you do that.
Whatever I was scared of, I'm now scared of that more.
And I mean, Campo called it out immediately, and it's immediately happening. Lagacy went with the triple Mystic bands, and now is able to pull Gallon and Hulkling.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm not seeing like a super good counter for either of them.
Ooh.
I know I wouldn't know how to do it without maybe Black Cat. Would Juggernaut be able to take down Gallon fast enough?
I don't know enough
He
about that.
might. You would have to leverage the heavies. Yeah, and there are a lot of like second and third tier answers to Hulkling that TJ has there that could work. So we'll see.
Ben's letting us know that Sunspot can do it. And not saying, yeah, TJ's definitely comfortable with some people overseas.
I was expecting like Sunspot, Sunspot, Hitmonkey, and potentially Overseer all could. It just kind of depends on how you play it.
Sunspot versus Doom.
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking, Finn.
So he's banking on the Juggernaut for that, and Sunspot for Doom is pretty doable, but you don't get any crits.
PP, I often ban Claire because people do things with her that really annoy me, and that's one of those. I don't like my Hulkling being cleared.
That is demoralizing.
It really is, because you think you're good, but I've gotten used to it, knowing that I'm not safe with that. I'm curious about this too. Is up there Sunspot versus Doom? Is the idea just to let the Incinerates do some work? I know they don't do that much damage with his crit resistance.
I'd assume you need more solar charges than a normal Sunspot Battlegrounds because you're banking on the crits not working.
Yeah.
I can't see the little number. Has he thrown 3 special ones so far?
I think that's correct.
I think I think he's up to 4.
So he's got a. I think if he throws the special 2, it could be lights out.
That looks decent, because then you're also going to have a ton of Incinerates afterwards.
His Killmonger's doing his job now. Oh, Lags with a really nice finish. I really thought this could come down to health, because I think Lags is at 93% health.
Man, Doom did not die right there, and that was a huge time loss.
I hate to make it sound like I was smart, because I didn't know exactly how that would play out, but that was my kind of concern with Sunspot versus Doom.
Yeah. And I hate to say this because it would have cost him time, but like maybe TJ should have thrown one more heavy when he could get away with it to try and hold on to those charges just a little bit longer. Yeah, that's exactly what Na's saying. Because not only do you lose the solar charges, if you run out, the thing with Sunspot is that you also effectively lose Despair. And I think what we saw at the end of that fight was willpower in full force.
Good point. Good point. All these things they're gonna cut both ways. They're strategic decisions. Florian, Doom just was like, I will not die today. That is not happening. Maybe later, but not today. Not now.
So this is another one that I could see it going either way, right? Because they both have essentially second life type mechanics. They both have really high damage counters.
I'm curious if Lags is going to try to use power gain somehow to end this with his SB3. Like if it'll be, but I think if he uses his SB2, Herc's life's going to go down too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like if he goes unblockable here, throws his SB2, it's going to do enough damage. Wow, it didn't do as much. I guess it didn't crit. I don't think he's going to be able to work to an SB3 now. We'll see.
Oh, the Infuriate prevented the Furies, man.
Yeah.
That was. I think he got 0 Furies, right?
Yeah, that explains it. I didn't notice that. Good point.
Yeah, it's tough to watch both of the matches here, but
Yeah, because technically what you have to do to be safe there is you have to go unblockable, back off, and then throw the special too, so it's not counted as a frame when you're attacking the opponent. I hate Infuriate.
So it looks like TJ is going to take this with that Overseer up top then.
Yep.
Wow, that's...
yeah, if that special 2 had 22k yellow numbers, this would have looked a lot different.
Yep.
And he played that ending very smoothly,
What
ended with
the-
100% health.
Wait, what? What just
Oh,
happened?
the health, man.
Oh, wow. I saw the look on Lagacy's face, and I was like, why is he seeing he looks almost happy? Then I saw, oh, he won.
Yeah, 100% health actually is a huge stat boost in this mode for sure.
I like to see that.
Yeah, that means that one, I hate to say this, but that was willpower biting the other way again.
Yeah.
Because Infuriate was giving Hulkling health, and was also giving Mephisto health. Both mattered.
PDF makes a good question too. That no mortality did feel like it kind of went by a little quick, didn't it?
It did.
Oh, that's so funny. I mean, that's just like the complexity of the game and RNG. Like there were so many if ands in there. Things not happening, and could cut this way, could cut that way.
It was 2 almost perfectly played matches by 2 amazing players,
Yep.
and
And it
the
looks like
score showed it.
Lagacy's very happy with his Mystic Bands. He's sticking with them. He did get Hulkling and Gallon. If that continues, that could really start to lean in his favor. I wonder if TJ has a second deck set up or second Masters now that he's had the negative experience with Willpower. If he starts to reconsider that or if he just stays with it. Finn's kind of saying, for everyone who can't see the chat, Finn's saying that, with BG's everything matters, not having willpower probably hurts a little bit more. If you're that worried about Warlock, maybe just ban him. So I'm wondering if the advantage of the tactic, the surprise, he's gotten his money's worth, so to speak, on it. Maybe now go back. It's kind of tough to make those in-fight adjustments. That's why coaches are so helpful, right?
It's tough to say because he did win that match against Warlock, but also Warlock against Doom, even with the willpower, would have been slow. So you have to ask if it was totally worth it or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Captain BT, you and me both, dude. I was. They told me they were going at this time. I was like, I will believe it when I see it. But Lax is up.
That's funny.
He was bright.
I am going to have to dip out for a meeting, but if this is still going, I'll catch y'all after.
Thanks so much for being here, buddy. Have a great day.
Sure thing. Y'all too.
What's up, Interceptor? With these two, I know them both well. They are outrageously skilled players. It's no shock to me that it's 2-2. I think we're going best of 7.
It's going back and forth.
Oh, TJ finally got Scorpion. Great call. Nah. I want you guys to watch hopefully he gets to use him. It's really impressive stuff.
I love seeing it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of learning to do, and he's already one of my favorite champs.
Well, what's interesting about TJ is he seems to just inherently know whether he should do the SB1s or the SB2s. I don't know how he does it so quickly. Obviously, just a lot of practice, but it's quite impressive. I want to see Domino do well. I know it's a lot of RNG, in particular with her in general, but I just love seeing Domino. I love playing that champion. Look at that intercept. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I guess it was a heavy punish, but you get my point.
Either way, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's demoralizing that Nick down there. She's just toying around. Lags is obviously at the controls, but and then I think TJ's just setting up that big SP2. Let's see how it does for him.
All right, second life. So, okay, good timing on the special 2 there.
Yeah.
And the bleeds are going nuts.
Yep. Look at that Domino. 52. I just love Domino. So I'm so excited
I do
to see
too.
that. Yeah.
You're actually one of the big reasons I ranked her. I was at a point where I needed to rank someone, and you were like, dude, I'm telling you, Domino.
That's right. That goes back quite a ways in Battlegrounds, where I was like, hey, I actually use her offensively, and it works out, enough.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was season 1. She was one of my first rank ups.
I've forgotten about that. Thanks for reminding me. I every once in a while I do something good.
Yeah, those little conversations really go a long way with your friends,
Yeah, they do. Burger, is that Scorpion good? We finally come around and decided that Scorpion, he's at least all right. He's pretty good, if you like that sort of thing. All right.
But now he doesn't. He probably threw Guardian in there
Yeah.
because he knew that he didn't have to actually fight Domino now.
That's what I was thinking too.
So he's banking on trying to win the next 2, knowing that that was probably going to be a domination by Domino there. Mephisto returns.
Yep. Hyperion, there's no natural Hyperion counter up there, right? Well, I guess Sparky, does he have a taunt? Yeah, he's got a nice taunt and power drain.
That's true.
So, all right, but watch this, guys. That's the announcer's curse. I've already done it. Might as well follow through now. I keep an eye on both the fights, but the Scorpion versus Mephisto, if you're curious about Scorpion, how he works, what he can do, Tom is typically putting on some sort of clinic with his Scorpion. I've really enjoyed watching his videos back.
So he went with a rupture, obviously, because of the poison immunity.
That's right. Good point.
So mediums is how he's starting.
Yeah, he's just stacking them. It looks like he's going to go to his SP2, but I've seen him. This is where now, yeah, he doesn't hold. Looks like he's going to go to SP2, get the Petrify up.
The other thing the SP2 does is it completely refreshes the debuff. So if you have like 10 or whatever, then you keep the 10.
Yeah, good point.
And now with the Petrify, that's shutting down the healing. And one more special he'll just kill himself.
Yeah, it was like last 5 seconds. There you go. That's what I was talking about, Scorpion and Tom. And Lags is having a good fight down here. This is the first time I'm really watching it, but it's going pretty well.
Yeah. Class disadvantage, but Taunt is putting in work. I've noticed that, the need to do the heavy charge into the special cancel thing isn't as needed as we used to think with Scorpion.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree.
And that special 2 into special 1 can work pretty often too.
Great point about the refreshing of the debuffs too. I hadn't thought about that. The Petrify was where I was really thinking about it, and the potentially large burst off of the SP2, but really good point because that keeping that all up there. Karate Mike, a guy who knows a thing or two about Scorpion. No need to heavy charge, super fun though. Yep, that appears to, yeah.
For me, it's like if I'm doing content, I'm doing heavy charges. If I'm doing war and battlegrounds, I'm doing it the other way. And he still has an amazing kit to get it done. Okay,
so just by enjoying the skills being presented, I've totally lost track of. This is round 5. They're tied up. This is a big one. This is really big. Everyone who follows any sort of series knows how frequently the winner of round 5 goes on to win a match.
Absolutely. We got 2 cosmic nukes here.
Yeah. I wonder if Lags is going to, because the auto block is now up, but there he goes. He lands the Infuriate, get him to block, and then Lags is going to be able to go unblockable. There he goes. It's a nice big damage. He finally gets the Furies. It's different than the fight against Hercules. Cleaning it up.
And CGR, he had 11 armor breaks, but the rock stacks came back, so he wasn't really able to monopolize the big damage after the special 2 up on the top screen.
Yeah. I mean, still well played, but yeah, that's a window I know I wouldn't be able to hit. So yeah, but he wasn't able to take advantage of all those armor breaks. He's still going to get this down in like a minute and 10 seconds ish, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So Lags takes the 5th round, putting himself in the driver's
close.
seat. Yeah.
I mean, that was still over 50k points against a Korg, you know? That's impressive.
That's exactly. Yeah. So is Scorpion good, Vega? I'm still on the fence. I'm leaning towards good, but I'm still not totally sold. Note to self, Lagacy's Hulkling hits hard. He very much does. Easy. This is Campo MC, a long time friend of mine, and runs a really awesome channel. I've learned a ton from it. Funny comment. No. Yeah, I think it's far from over. Just, I'd rather be up 3-2 than down. Sticking with the Mystic bands, Lags, but it looks like Tom did change up his bands, right?
I think so. Doom is an interesting band, actually.
I think he's probably a little annoyed after that Doom just refused to die at a Sunspot.
Mm-hmm.
The game screwed up his bands.
Is that right?
What's up, MCoC Noob? Thanks for being here, buddy.
Ooh, Rocket gets drafted. Interesting. Trying to think who is he thinking that is it to counter Killmonger maybe with the armor breaks?
Yeah.
That would be really fun to see him on offense. So let's see what happens there.
TJ chose Torch, Sassy, and A as his bands. Well, let's see if it comes into play.
Got a very skill heavy deck this time.
Yeah, it looks like one of Nerd's drafts. And there he is.
Wow. I would have maybe done Hood if it was me, but I think Hood's there for Hercules on defense, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know enough about Rocket to be able to commentate on this. I'm really just kind of interested to see, because I know Kingpin versus Man-Thing is usually pretty quick. He might take a little bit of poison damage.
Yeah.
And interestingly, if he's not running willpower, then that's going to definitely hurt Kingpin.
Did you see Lag start off with that immediate light? He's going for it. He's doing the no risk it, no biscuit strategy for sure. So I think he's my sense on that would be he's aware that he doesn't have as strong of a matchup. I also thought Rocket kind of needed those armor breaks to stay on, so it could be kind of exactly what we saw with CGR versus Korg earlier from Out of Tom. So this may be a little bit of like an efficient throw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the armor break stays up. Shows you how much I know.
Yeah, I guess it would only get shrugged if he had his rock charges.
Yeah, so it's different than what happened with Tom.
So I guess willpower's back on, because Kingpin is healing, and he just pushed him to a special 3. Just took some combos there. So now this definitely got a lot more interesting. But that didn't do too much damage. He's a beefy boy.
Yeah.
And he runs inequity too, so that helped slightly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rocket, you know.
And then Korg was like, I don't enjoy this. I want to kill you. And he took it.
He's for sure a glass cannon still. They didn't change that about him.
No, they didn't. The little shield.
But this man thing is being pretty rude, though.
He's unawakened. He's angry. He's the only unawakened champ in either deck. And he's got a little chip on his shoulder about it, apparently. Poor Rocket. Yeah, that was funny. Like, Rocket was doing well. It's like cheering for the underdog. And then Korg was like, I will be having none of this. Trash panda. You're going away. But that's, I believe, far from an ideal matchup for Rocket. A lot of great reviews on Rocket out there for everyone who want to check them out.
Definitely. And maybe in a different meta where, you know, the heal block or power lock would matter could be interesting. And yeah, Karate Mike is correct that, you know, any Thorns damage is going to wreck him. So that came into play.
Yeah. Same with a club SP2. All of that combined. Not Rocket's forte. All right. We got Stealth Spider-Man. We're just seeing the stealth, the skill nukes up there. Lags, I think, is going to be very comfortable with this Spider-Man enhanced versus Nimrod. Like most of these matchups, I have no clue who has the advantage in this one.
Yeah, they both hit pretty hard.
Yeah, good point. Who is the better Spidey? Who's the better Spider-Man?
The debate continues, right?
Yeah. This will solve all of it.
Two unideal matchups, right? Yeah.
Why not Gallon for Nim? I don't know. There could be a little bit of like just wanting to save, playing it safe. Spider-Man is a good matchup for this. He does get a benefit against robots, doesn't he? Or am I completely making that up?
His shock off of the special 2 hits harder against robots. It's kind of a weird ability, but technically it does. So if he gets a big special 2 off, it could tick for a lot.
Yeah, and even if these fights end up close time-wise, Tom's just lost so much health up there. There you go. That's why Lags knows what he's doing with Starkey in general. Oh, in general, and then Starkey in specific, of course. All right.
Yeah, Nimrod's not too annoying of a defender when there's not any additional nodes. You just have to watch out for the special lock, and the armor breaks don't do anything if you're using a champ that armor breaks him, but big crits still get through. All right, so going to the third game here. Gallon on defense.
Blacks wins this. He wins and advances to the finals against Finn. Tom needs this to force a seventh round.
Hyperion can definitely do some pretty ridiculous things. And obviously Warlock, very good counter with the armor breaks. Maybe not the fastest in the world.
Some nice corner play out of Lags right now.
He's always been so good at that.
Yeah. Gallon, this is actually working out well. It's a good point from you because Hyperion's getting this nice power gain, so he's going to be able to throw specials and keep the mass under control, right? That's what you need to do against Gallon. Throw those specials. Wow.
Very true.
Holy cow. And I think we're seeing what Hyperion in the hands of a skilled player is capable of doing.
Absolutely. He's got all these dexes on the special ones down.
Yeah.
Using a special one to put on the incinerates. Be over any minute now. Is this a rank 4 Killmonger? Because he's being really, really stingy.
He's also being rude. He and Doom have been particularly rude today. Man Thing. But Man Thing was more of a chip on the shoulder, I think. I think we're going 7, folks. I think we're going 7.
Wow. That was definitely exciting because I coming into this, I was pretty sure that Warlock would have been a little bit faster.
I see I'm back in time for my boy.
Yeah, you saw some good Hyperion action there.
Yeah, Hyperion and TJarvis put on a exhibition, a showing.
Keep telling people you don't need mystics, you need specials.
Oh, against Gallon?
That's very true.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
7 confirmed. TJ refusing to die. Wow, impressive Gallon. This reminds me of a match for Lagacy. It's very reminiscent, Yusafa. Bit of sarcasm. I'm going with Yusafa's joke. It all comes down to this, everybody. Everything that we
Definitely
would hope
a
for.
bit closer to my matchup with Usopp.
Yeah. Okay, Jarvis's bands went in fine. Lags looks like he's actually considering a different set of bands. He's been staying pretty consistent.
I mean, it definitely worked for him because he won the 2 straight, and he was very competitive in that last round.
He's got
just
it.
deterring the Mystics.
I mean, he knows what he's doing. But I would be scared to leave Tigra after seeing what Tom did earlier. He goes with Guardian. I wonder why.
And Domino is banned. That's also new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And TJ's got a lot of skill champions. Knocking off Torch, Domino, and Archangel means you actually have to engage with them.
What's up, Moxie? How you doing, buddy?
Org has been a little bit of a menace today. So we'll see if he gets drafted again. And Tom did get Scorpion, also Black Cat. 2 excellent champs that you really have to know what you're doing, though. Otherwise, they don't look good. And I know that Tom knows what he's doing.
When is Korg not a menace?
Amen.
There was that brief period when we didn't have Battlegrounds and people were like, I guess I'll get a potion.
You know what? I was wrong. Omega Sentinel also not awakened. And neither is the Bishop. I was wrong when I said that Man-Thing had the chip on his shoulder.
All right, Gallon makes another appearance.
Yeah, if I'm TJ, I'm like, all right, I'm not placing hype for literally anything.
Yeah.
You just need to keep that in reserve.
Just get your pick in. I just don't want to see anything. I want to see them both put on their best. I want them both to feel as good as possible about how this ends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
He didn't really have a proper Bishop counter.
No. I'm thinking this is an efficient kind of thing. Efficient loss, efficient.
This is one he's practiced with Nerd.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Oh, let's see it then.
I guess if you can bait the special 2, then it's just damage, basically.
This is kind of Gallon's wheelhouse, though.
There is some armor.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
a little mistake there. Let's see if that comes into play.
But taking Gallon off the board means that hype potentially can be a defender. So this could be worth it in the long run. Because Mike called out TJ is a bit light on defenders.
And you made a good point about, Stealthy looked like he was winning there, and then Gallon threw a special.
I mean, but the thing is that that's what Gallon has for a bit until his next one. And he throws it immediately.
Let's see. This one's going to be close.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That
was
one,
so close.
that one tiny
man.
mistake. That was, I don't know. Yeah, Lags has got to shake that off. That was a tiny
Nerd is
mistake.
in the chat.
Of course, Nerd shows up. I mean, wow.
That was incredible.
He nailed the special 2 evade, which is, you only have to bait 1, and he nailed it.
And full credit to Lags at the end there. Goes for the heavy immediately into the unblockable special. Like he knew he had no time to waste, and it was razor close.
Yeah. And then as predicted, we're seeing Hyperion potentially defending. Oh.
That was interesting.
So who do you use here? I guess go for the nuke and the power lock.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a classic Scorpion matchup, but it's also not this, the fastest ever, but you stick with the poisons.
Yep.
And this will be another one. I assume he goes L2, L1.
Yeah, you're talking about Scorpion up top?
For Scorpion, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the Petrify.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with Mike. I think this probably decides it.
All right, so here's the first special 2 of CGR.
He did.
Yeah, and Hyperion was very kind.
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem I have with Hyperion on defense. He's either a complete pushover because he's constantly giving the opponent openings, or he's a nightmare, and there's no in between.
Agreed.
Is that a rank 4? It's got to be a rank 4 hype, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so well played by both these guys just now. With all that pressure. I mean, that had to be perfect. Lags had to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Incredible Scorpion fight, too. I mean, 54K and 53K scores here. I mean, they both played those perfectly.
Yeah, everything on the line, and they both just knocked it out. Oh, why does this have to end?
I know, right?
Sunspot on defense?
I mean, he has to leave himself openings.
Got it.
Don't play Sting if I'm Lagacy, because Black Cat can nuke.
Right.
I guess Korg, right?
To me, this is all like, I don't even know with these last matchups.
Man.
I would have placed I-Bomb and bet on health loss.
Here we
This
go.
is
Sunspot is a nothing
very
defender.
fast. Yeah.
Here we go.
I don't think you need the good matchup for Sunspot. I think you need the good defender.
Yeah, I'm a little interested in this because this is a nuke right here. You just have to get to one special 2 of Black Cat.
Yeah. Whereas I-Bomb probably needs a special 2 and then a special 1.
Mm-hmm.
You got to set up Black Cat, though.
Yep.
And we're all assuming it's like everyone else at this level. It's like, no, they know how to play the champion, but things can happen.
In this matchup, though, you don't need to be trading the card back and forth, though. All you need to do is bait one special attack, get the card on yourself, and then now the fireworks are going to start immediately.
Because of the no rock stacks, right? From all the hits.
Yep.
But look at this.
Every hit is red damage.
It's coming down
the sabotage.
to the wire, guys. Look at this. Watch this.
This is crazy.
Good lord.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and Tom's freezes, so we don't know. Oh. Lags did it.
Bad protection timing.
Yeah, Lags did it. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this Black Cat matchup is a great showcase, though. And then throwing the special at the end to finish him off, going red was the right call, too, for time.
52-8.
Pretty incredible ending. My goodness.
Unbelievable. 53. Yeah. What was it? 54-53 last game. 53-52 this one. Their scores. So many high scores. Exactly, Bittersteel. That's what I'm thinking. Amazing matchup. Everyone, please go support both of these competitors. I know you all know Lagacy. If you didn't know Tom, this tournament has introduced you to him. Phenomenal, phenomenal player. So much to learn from his channel. He does the voiceovers of his matchups and lets you know what he's thinking, what he's doing, how to play these champions. I've learned so much from him about Scorpion and many other champions in this game. And you just saw this right here, right? Like with Black Cat. Campo is pointing out information. There's just so much to learn. Please go support them. They've put on a phenomenal show. Lagacy show in his hands. I assume maybe it's shaking a little bit. Still putting up 52 to 54,000 points with it all on the line. A chance in the finals. Incredible. Thank you so much, Easy, for the donation, my friend. And the finals are now set. FinTech versus Lagacy. A finals that many people actually predicted. Just sub to Tom. Thank you, Travis. Thank you. It's the best way to support them. So I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm pretty speechless. That was just a show right there. My goodness.
It really was, right? And they're both kind of reviewing it right now. You can tell. You can see that's a very standard thing for the competitors to look through the matches. I am...
Man.
Mike, thank you so much, dude. Thank you. And thank you for being an amazing part of it.
Oh, should we should we unmute some of the competitors, see if anyone wants to jump on call?
Yeah. Thank you. I got sidetracked. I'm doing that right now. I don't know if you guys have the ability, but I'm doing it.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo.
Hey, we can hear you.
Oh, hold on, my mic died. Alright, there we go. Hello?
Hello.
What's up, guys?
Hey, you two.
Yep.
Congratulations
Well played.
on
GG's. That was
unbelievable.
That was
Yeah.
the greatest match I've ever played. I don't think it could get any closer than that.
it could,
Oh my god.
you deserve that. That's well played to you.
Yeah, man, really well played to you as well. Like, there was times where I'd come out thinking I won, and then just like, oh, nope, you beat me by like 5,000 points.
Dude, that last one where both last fights were, or even all the fights were within 1,000. God.
Yeah, it's insane.
Your Mephisto as well. What have you been feeding him? Because I swear, every single hit on at least 2 fights, he just procced aura.
Yeah, well, so
that
so-
overseer that I had, he procced it at least 4 out of 5 hits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
so-
calling that. That's the worst Mephisto RNG I've ever seen in Battlegrounds.
no, it's
Yeah, that was.
well,
And, I
my
only lost it by about
Mephisto-
1,000 points as well.
my Mephisto was SIG 69, and the Battleground store just reset. I had like 112 SIG stones, and I was like, who should I put these into? And I was like, YOLO, SIG 180 Mephisto. And it paid off.
It shouldn't be like an 80% chance to proc, surely.
It's pretty high. Let me take a look.
No, it's
not
like
18.
40.
It's not even 40. I thought it was below 20.
Let's see.
I will say, watching it, we multiple times commented that
It's only 18%.
the defenders in this one were really being jerks. Like, Man-Thing had a phenomenal showing a couple times. Doom just refused to die. Doom was like,
Yeah,
let's...
that annoyed me as well.
Yeah.
Because that round, it was Sunspot versus Doom, and I only just missed out on that.
Yeah.
Just because he just refused to die at the very end, and then the Mephisto RNG got me.
Yeah. It was...
So it is what it is.
You both... I mean, obviously, you don't know how the other person played, aside from the scores. You both played phenomenally. You put on an incredible show. I didn't...
I had a lot of fun. I'm glad that I was able to be a part of this.
Absolutely.
A big thank you again.
And
very well played to Legs.
Well, you guys just both played so well. I'm glad you did. I was glad you both just started talking. I'd like to give you both an opportunity to just go talk. You just played two of the best players in the world just went against each other. What was that like?
I mean,
and
I
how are
think
you
I've said
feeling?
everything that needs to be said so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. That was just honestly like the best series I've ever had, man. Like GG, that was so much fun. So I was on the edge of my seat the entire time.
I don't think it could have been closer than it was.
Yeah, I really don't.
Oh, it literally.
So many rounds were like just like less than like a couple hundred points.
Exactly.
If and when you want to, I highly recommend at least just checking out the last 30 seconds of Black Cat versus Thing and iBomb versus Sunspot and the close. It looked like a horse race of like their nose to nose. Who's just going to get there first? It was incredible.
Yeah,
that
that
was
last
close.
match I didn't really have a good defensive draft. At the start I thought, okay, this is going pretty well. And then towards the end I just didn't get any defenders.
Yeah,
So
you really
I-
didn't have many
the fact that
defenders.
The fact that I had to get stuck placing Sunspot was it was probably on me partly, regardless.
Yeah, it's just the way the draft goes sometimes without a reroll.
Yeah, again, you fully deserve that. Well done.
So,
Yeah, man, GG.
Tom, I've been telling people about how awesome your channel's been. You actually do voiceovers for your matchups, or at least you have been. I know you might not do all of them, so I'm not trying to make a promise for you there. I've learned a ton from them. A lot of them is like playing Scorpion and things like that. One of the things that was really interesting for me was it was pointed out, it looked like you maybe started this match off without willpower on. Was that accurate?
No.
Oh, did we see that wrong, guys? Campo, DL, did you guys catch on to that?
Someone in the chat thought that the first Warlock fight of the day, that when Lags used Warlock, that there was no willpower and it was Warlock versus Doom. But you did have willpower the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so someone from the chat called that out incorrectly.
So
then.
Yeah.
To be fair, when I was planning this out, I was planning on not running willpower, but then I looked at things more broadly and thought, in the long run, it's probably more worth running.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It would be smart
definitely
to go
noticed.
against me.
Literally, the only reason that I wasn't thinking about running it was because of Warlock, and because I
Yeah.
wasn't going to ban it.
That's smart.
DL or Campo, because that was going to be my big question for TJ, and that fell flat on its face. Do you guys have any questions for him?
Not much. I had some meetings in there, but I mean, I guess TJ, how do you find Hyperion does as a defender? Because I've been really disappointed in mine.
So have I. To be fair,
yeah.
Is your Hyperion rank 4?
I've tried it a few times, and for some reason, mine just seems to be way too friendly.
Yeah, I've been told that by so many people. It's like, you have the nicest Hyperion I've ever met.
Yeah, I found that in Gladiator Circuit as well, because I did a few matches earlier, and everyone was getting like 23 seconds with Kingpin, and they've messaged me afterwards saying he was so cooperative.
Yeah, I feel for you, buddy. It's almost like the rank seems to increase the special bias, which I know it doesn't, but ugh.
Wait, TJ, is your hype rank 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it definitely felt like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that
I
a
sent
new
you a
one?
screenshot of my rank 4s.
Was he on that? Wait, was he
We
on
made a
that?
deal.
Oh.
I don't do any more annoying rank ups, and I'll show you my rank 4s.
You did use him to take out, I can't remember who it was, but it was super. Was it Gallon? That was really impressive. That was really
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, I thought I had you there. Were you just spamming special ones?
As much as I could.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think I got
sense.
pushed to special 2 at one point.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably why he got like no harvest.
And then Lags, was there anything in particular that you wanted to point out? Like, it felt like at some point in the match you switched to an all mystic band, right?
Yeah, I was just
I
trying
was
to play
surprised
mind
by
games. I was trying to play
I was
mind
very
games and mix
surprised
it
by that.
up. Yeah, well,
I
then you-
think the Tiger versus Penny fight was so smooth and then Lagacy immediately banned Tiger the next game.
So would you be surprised that I haven't done that matchup before?
dude, every time I put Penny down, he destroyed her. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pick her anymore. You're too good at fighting her.
I've not got a lot of experience with Tigra. I literally put her in my deck for this match only because of Gallon.
Okay.
But
So, Lags,
then I never even got to do that.
was there anything though, any adjustments in there that you're particularly proud of, or a fight that you wanted to point out, or I mean, I know there's just so much just coming off of it.
Let me have a look through.
It's just such a rush right now. I can't even remember
Yeah.
anything past the last match.
I mean, I think that first round was probably the highlight for me.
Yeah.
The Omega vs Mephisto, that works, but it got out of hand pretty badly. That Sunspot versus Gallon, again, I left him on like 2%. I think
Yeah.
35 seconds in or something. What else was there? Oh, yeah, the round Sunspot versus Doom, we just wouldn't die, and then Overseer versus Mephisto.
Yeah.
Both 1,000 points in it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both of you for a phenomenal showing. It was incredible. Everyone, please go support both these competitors. Lagacy, you're moving on to face Finn now.
Yeah.
How you feeling, bud?
Well, I mean, good, but at the same time, like when I was going into this tournament, I was hoping that I would never have to play him. He's like the one person like I didn't want to play.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's good that it's going to be a matchup in finals. If I had to face him somewhere, that's where I'd want it to be. But he's definitely like my I don't know, definitely my most fearful opponent. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a tough match.
That's what a lot of people said about you when they were starting this off. So, so that makes sense to hear. And we'll get that scheduled as soon as we can. We're going to try to make sure we get that scheduled before this season ends and the meta shifts and all that stuff, and we lose the ability to do these friendly. So we'll get that scheduled soon. FinTech,
Sounds good.
Lagacy, a matchup a lot of people predicted. I think a lot of lesser known players though have shown themselves. TJ being the most recent example, and I think a lot of the community is starting to catch on to how great some of these players are. Thank you so much for all the donations. OG Highline, Zeski33, that's a cool name. Karate Mike, I'm sure everyone knows him as well. Thank you to my co-host Campo DLL. I'd like to let Campo, then DLL, then TJ, last Lagacy, take us out. Thank you so much, Lagacy and TJ, for putting on a phenomenal showing.
Yeah, I think we've said it all. That was about as entertaining an hour of MCoC anyone could ask for to watch. So hopefully more people watch this video. A lot of people tune into the finals because it's just been an absolute banger of a tournament. Great job, Vega. Great job, competitors. Thank you all.
Yeah. Big agree. This has just been incredible. It's been really fun to commentate on.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who supported me through this, and thank you for letting me be a part of this, even though I didn't even have a channel to start with.
Yeah, thank you for hosting this, Vega. This has been so much fun. And just to everyone in my stream, you guys should definitely go check out everyone else that's in the call right now. Vega, DLL, Campo, and of course my opponent, TJ. You guys see how much of a beast he is. You should go check out his channel, see what he can do.
Oh, that's really cool of you, Lex. I didn't realize you were even still streaming.
Yeah.
You're always the sportsman, man. I've gotten to know you well, and you always take us into consideration. I respect that a lot. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Everyone have a lot of fun tonight. See you.
Peace.
See you guys.
Yes.